Everyone, welcome to Fixin' to Create's Fun Friday DIY. Thanks so much for joining me. Today's DIY is your little red wagon. I made a little red wagon as well as a rustic wagon. There's many different forms and different creators have created different wagons. So I hope you enjoy today's craft and create one of your own. I'm going to be showing you step by step with the traditional little red wagon. All of these items can be found at the Dollar Tree or your local store. The items you're going to need: magnet tins from the Dollar Tree for your wheels or some type of representation for wheels. A spatula or a spoon, you're going to be using this for your handle for your wagon. The brownie pan is going to be used for the wagon base itself. Paint, spray paint, or chalk paint. Today I'm going to be using crimson in a chalk paint. Twine to be used over your handle, or you could choose not to do this as well. E6000 along with hot glue to adhere your handle. Just using some rubbing alcohol and going over all surfaces that will be painted. Using the color crimson, I went over the brownie pan 3 times and let dry between coats, then flipped over and repeated it on the back, allowing everything to dry fully. Now, taking my spatula handle and my twine, went ahead and tied off a knot right through the loop and then added my twine as I went down, just row by row. So here's me just dabbing a little bit of glue and starting at the top and winding my way down. You don't have to use this step if you choose to just have a black and red or just a black, whatever handle you happen to have for your wagon, but I did want to use the rustic look, so I went ahead and used that twine. And all I did was repeat all the way down. I did stop halfway down right where there's the gap in the handle. Moving on to our handle adhering it, I went ahead and measured to make sure before that it was going to fit. Using my E6000 as well as hot glue so I have a quick bond, went ahead and added that, flipped my tray over, scooted it to the end of my table, that way my handle could face downward. Waiting for everything to dry on my handle, I moved on to my wheels. Moving on to my wheels, I went ahead and cut some poster board just for the center of my wheels. I didn't want to get any paint or more than I needed to in the center. I went ahead and went over each wheel about 3 times, again using a black chalk paint. And then once dried, I went into the center. The center I used the chalk paint in the color plaster. I wanted to add a little detail to my wheel, so I have this round foam brush and I thought it was a perfect size. So I just dabbed it in that crimson paint and then dabbed it onto my wheel the most center that I could. I went ahead and took a regular paintbrush and just kind of smoothed that out just a bit. Because these tins are magnetized, it does stick to the brownie pan. See here, I'm showing you without any glue, it does stick. However, they will fall off. So I just added just regular hot glue to each corner piece of the wheel and stuck it on. Went ahead and let everything dry nice and secure. Once everything was fully dried and I didn't think anything was going to pop apart, I went ahead and decorated. Now moving on to the second one, I went ahead and used the technique with the cinnamon Mod Podge just to distress the wagon just a little bit. Repainting the exact same process, but in this I used the truffle as well as some black to give some distressed look. Added a little bit of cinnamon and Mod Podge to the wheels, again to distress it out, and then decorated as I wanted. This is going to be a great fall piece, plus it smells good because it's cinnamon, as well as an additional display piece for a market day. Thanks so much for joining Fixin' to Create's Fun Friday DIY. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you have any suggestions for future projects, please send them in. This is exactly how this project came to be. One of our fellow creators sent this in. So thank you so much. We'll see you soon. Bye.